How is it going, good people of the world? I am Sean McVeigh, Sean's Outdoor Adventures. I'm holding in my hands a box. This is a bow from San Lita. So I was contacted by the San Lita Archery Company, and they said, hey, we've got a new ILF Recurve hunting bow. Can we send it to you to try out? I'm like, I am not going to turn down a bow to try out, folks. Send it on over. So here we go, folks. This is a recurve, hunting style recurve. And if you notice, I mentioned ILF. ILF stands for International Limb Fit. Now, why is that significant? Well, that is pretty significant because what that means is any manufacturer of any recurve bow that is making an ILF limb, that limb will fit on this bow. So International Limb Fit. So it is standard across the world, folks. And you'll notice on an ILF limb, it's fairly narrow. Let me grab a bow here. Here is a limb of this is another San Lita bow that they sent me to try out. Now this is a target recurve, but you'll notice the limb here is much fatter, in width, this direction, than the ILF limb. Now I also have a really high-end target recurve from them that has ILF limbs. I could actually take the limbs off of that bow if I wanted to and put it on here, on this hunting bow. So let's take the limbs and the riser out. ILF limb hunting recurve bow. Ooh, nice. Has a really pretty nice wood look. It comes with the shelf ready to go. So we're going to be shooting directly off the shelf with this. I guess my lighting, once I get closer, you can't see as well. I got an idea. Let's give you some more light. Look at this. All right, so the shelf is right here. It says San Lita on that side, but this is designed to shoot off the shelf. You're not going to be putting any arrow rest on this bow. There's no burger hole to, put a rest in. So you're shooting off the shelf. So in the riser here, you can see right here, this is for making adjustments for the limb. So you can cant the limb a little bit for tuning purposes. So that is actually really nice to have. So this, if you really want to get a nice hunting recurve that has some of that type of adjustability, this is a great option. All right. So this limb says top. Let me show you right here. Get my fancy cool light again. Right here it says top. Let's see if we can get the right lighting for you. It says top on here, folks. Someday I'll have a camera crew and they'll be able to zoom in for me. All right, for putting the limb on, so this is the top limb. You're just everything's all set. We're gonna be sliding this down in. This little is actually like a plunger. There's a little peg that sticks out and it has a plunger. So you're just gonna slide it down in. It's gonna click into place. There is gonna be a little bit of play there. Once the string load is on the limb, it's going to hold it tight into that limb bolt there type of thing. So we got the top limb in. I need to take the little rubber piece off of here. This one says bottom BTM for bottom limb. And I'm going to slide that one into place. There we go. Limbs are in place. Man, that's nice. I like it. So it's a 62-inch bow, so 62 inches tip to tip. I'm going to get my string out. Now, looks like it comes with silencers for in the string, and a shooting glove, and the very important arm guard. A must-have for new archers, if you're new. Even advanced and experienced archers should use an arm guard, especially if you have a long sleeve shirt, so it does not hit the string. or the string doesn't hit your shirt. All right, here's our string. Now usually one of these loops is larger than the other. So, and I can see this, the one on your left, my right, this one here is slightly larger. So we're going to put that over top of the top limb and slide it down, and then we're going to attach the bottom one. So I'm going to slide this over the top limb and slide it down as far as we can. And then we're going to take the bottom one, put that on. And what I like to do for the bottom one, because that one's going to stay in place, there's little rubber bands that come in the packaging. I'm going to take one of those rubber bands, or maybe even two, and I'm going to wrap it around the bottom here to hold that in place. Now the reason I'm doing that is when you're stringing a bow, it is possible for this bottom one to slip out of the grooves while you're in the process of trying to get the string on. Having this rubber band on there just helps hold it in place. You know what? I got extra rubber bands. I'm just going to put a second one on. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, folks. I'm doing it. 2 rubber bands on this. All right. So there we go. We got the rubber bands. That'll hold that in place when I'm stringing it. Now I also have string silencers. I'm going to go ahead and slide those into place. So to do that, I'm just going to, there's a twist to the string. I'm going to just untwist it a little bit so that I can put this in there. So I've split the string. I'm going to just go ahead and wrap this around one side. All right, silencers are in place. Now I'm taking my bow stringer out that comes with the bow. Okay, with a bow stringer you have a boot on one end and a sliding little rubber type plastic piece on the other. So you're going to put the sliding piece over the top limb. The boot is going to go to the bottom limb, like so. This is where my rubber bands help hold the string in place. So now I'm going to hold this in place. I'm going to step on this and pull up on the bow. It's going to bend the limbs, and I'm going to slide the string up into the grooves. There we go. Man, looking good. Look at that. So brace height is looking a little over 7 inches or so. I'd have to get something to measure that. Now I have 30-pound limbs. It comes in different weight limbs. The reason why I do 30 is because I hold about 32 inches of draw length. I'm actually going to go put this on the draw board and see where does it hit 30-pound pull. Is it 28 inches or is it 29? Because sometimes they rate them at 28, sometimes 29. But you can add a few pounds of draw weight per inch. So by the time I get back to about 32, I'm typically holding closer to like 45 pounds. And for my shoulder, that's about the most I want to be holding with a recurve, because I tore my rotator cuff once. So let me go check that. I'll be right back. All right, so I put it on the draw board. It hit 30 pounds. Again, 30-pound limbs, hit 30 pounds at 29-inch draw length. And actually, it only increased 2 pounds per inch. So roughly 2 pounds per inch. So once I got back to about 32, it's really only sitting at like 35, 36-pound pull, which is a little less than I would have anticipated. So if I was going to hunt with this, I would probably go ahead and buy the 35-pound limb, because then I'll be more like 40 pounds at full draw. And that's where I would personally want to be, at least 40 pounds for hunting big game. But it's a little buggy outside. Lots of bugs is what I'm saying. But let's go let's go battle the bugs and take a couple shots. I got a couple arrows here. Let's do this. Let me get the arm guard out here and put that on. It's a smart move. Put your arm guard on. All right, there's the arm guard and the shooting glove. I prefer shooting with a shooting tab. A lot of hunters use a shooting glove. It does come with a shooting glove. I'm going to go grab my shooting tab though. It's just my personal preference. Let's get out to the target in the buggy conditions. Let's go. I don't know if you can see it, but these bugs, there's bugs getting a bit on the leg here. They're flying into my eyes here. I just set up the camera. So I'm not sure if I can even keep my eyes open long enough to shoot. It's those gnats and they like go right for your eyes. Just got bit on the arm right here. All right, let's see. All right, that was a good shot. Bow is nice, it's quiet. It's got good speed for only shooting about 36 pounds. Hit my eye. I can't even get the shot off. Here, they're literally flying in my eyes. I'm just gonna have to shoot some more another day, but first shot was pretty decent for first time shooting the bow, in the black at least. So, let's go. My goodness, folks, those bugs are terrible out there. Got a bit right on the arm there. Ugh, they were flying in my eyes. Did get a shot off. Feels nice. I like it. Quiet bow, smooth. I like how I like the arrow speed I was getting for the draw weight where it's at. I do think I'll probably get a set of 35-pound limbs if I want to hunt big game with this particular bow. Overall, I like it. And I'm going to get a link for this bow if you want to check it out. Put it in the description section of this video. Hey, hit that like button for me. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. This is the Sanlita Hermit X8 ILF limb hunting recurve bow. And you can do the same thing I'm doing and have different pound limbs for different things. I could use these for small game, get something a little bit stronger for big game. Until next time, take care and God bless.